Hey everybody, so this week we're doing another cool review. This is from Haya Toys. Godzilla King of Monsters, the new Empire, an exclusive basic, and if I'm not mistaken, this is Shinmu. Yeah, so again, this is from Godzilla King of Monsters, New Empire, this is Shinmu. And this is technically not the bad guy, but pretty much the main powerful kaiju that can go up against Godzilla and King Kong. And spoilers, if you guys haven't seen the movie, you pretty much kick King Kong's butt. But this guy, so I was kind of iffy about it. Years watching, I watched the movie, I liked the movie, but I was iffy about the figure, and actually got a chance to actually have this, seen this on, it was on display last year when I went to Comic-Con at the side of Haya had display, and it looked really good. Actually, it's crazy. So when you have, you know, your doubts when purchasing something that you're interesting, but you're like, I don't know, I may pass, and then when you actually get your hands on it, or you actually get the experience to actually see it close by, you're like, oh damn, it looks pretty cool. Actually, I do like this. And he's one of the he's pretty much, that's one of the reasons that when I got to actually see, I'm like, damn, he actually is pretty cool. So again, the camera can never really, you never appreciate what you can actually see when you're on two eyes, but even the smallest way does help. That's the whole point on my channel. If you guys like it, you like it, like okay. So of course I tell you how much and where I got in the end video, but yeah, I am excited. Now they are coming out with a second variant. I have seen it, and I'm like, you know what? As much as that one looks cool, I'm glad with the first variant, especially the way it looks. I got to open this guy up, and then got to not just see it, but actually feel it, mess around with it. This thing has it has such quite amount of amazing articulation. Especially he has index fingers that can actually move. That's what his fingers can move. But yeah, so of course I tell you how much and where I got in the end of the video. But let's open him up. Now he does not come with any accessory, so I'm just gonna change it to the spinning table, so you guys just gonna experience seeing the figure itself. It's a pretty big boy or girl. Is she a girl or boy? I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. Man, this guy is pretty big. Big as King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah is body-wise smaller, but like proportion of Link with the wings spread out, he's pretty big. I actually have the highest one, first variant of Monster Zero or King Ghidorah or Adora, or whatever you want to call it. I like calling it Monster Zero or King Ghidorah. But this thing, and there is some weight to it. This thing has, and it has a really beautiful gloss to it, kind of like a white slash kind of like purplish effect, and also goes with its like ice horns. Has the same effect. Has like a baby blue and then like kind of like a greenish like gloss effect on it. That I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Let me try to zoom in. No, I don't think the camera will. I don't know if you guys can see that kind of blue because it's not. It just has that effect. It's a really cool effect they did with the paint on this thing. Feels like it's 3 different colors, like purple, then like a metallic kind of blue, and then like a glass greenish bluish effect that when you hit it with the light, it gives it that effect. So it's like 3 colors. And the same thing with his paint. His paint has like a white, and then it has like a mixture, like a pink, to give it that organic skin look, and also a glossy kind of like. So it's white, pink, and even a little bit like a dark brownish. So this thing is heavily weathered and painted. It's really cool. So first, let's try to look at his scope of his face. I don't know if my camera can capture that, but this thing has such a, again, has a really amazing gloss effect. Again, I don't think my camera can capture it. So you ever get a chance to see this guy display at a store or con, you're gonna just appreciate the paint on this thing. Whole nother level. It's a whole nother level when you see it with your own 2 eyes compared when you do a review of it. This thing is beautiful, beautiful, man. The paint on this thing, I don't know, I'm just being hypnotized by the gloss paint on this thing. Oh, that's so interesting. So, yeah. So like it even has like a kind of like a goldish bluish effect with the light hitting it. It's weird. Man, I'm getting hypnotized now. So the paint on this thing is awesome. Not everywhere has that kind of like dark areas of brown for like to appreciate the kind of like the weathering. You can see a little bit here, but in I think in the other spots you don't really see it. So it's like a little bit like right here you can see it. So you appreciate the scales of this figure more. But man, this thing is awesome. Oh man, I had him put away for a bit. And again, this is like a, this is not new. There's so many done videos about this, but just to actually really get my hands on him and just feel the figure itself, it's just really cool. So let's test the articulation. So I'm gonna count first. So he has 1 piece that connects to his head, his neck is another piece, and then his body / chest is 1 piece, and then it's his stomach is another piece, and then his hips, and then so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then his tail is like just a bunch of pieces, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 13 pieces will combine. And I'm not including his legs, but just the body to his tail is like, there's so many parts to it, man. And I do apologize for the sound of the plane. It's just where I live, there's a lot of air traffic. It's just, yeah, it's a bummer. So I have to deal with that once in a while, especially when I film. So his legs right away they're like, wow. So his legs by themselves have about 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces for just his arm. Damn, that is a lot of parts. So it gives you a taste that this thing, even is stiff and you think it doesn't have that many articulation, it does have. Now I do not have the SH Monster Art, so I can't compare it, but man, this thing has a lot of body parts, like a lot of pieces of the body to make it try to be articulated. So the arm goes swivel forward and backward, and then his arm itself does have a joint that swivels, and then he does have a part so he can bend, and this part also bends as well. And he does have a little bit swivel, and it makes sense because this kaiju can actually stand up, like he can actually literally stand up and fight you. His hands do have so his hands, his fingers have 1, 2 pieces connected to his hand. So he does have he does bend, not like the thumb does. The fingers themselves only is 1 piece, but that is pretty cool. Now sadly his back feet don't have articulation, it's just 1 piece. I think they did that for support. That makes sense. He does have elka privilege. His feet does bend, that's the extent, but when it comes to bending, opening, you can see it does have quite a spread out, and yeah, kicking wise is not bad. Again, his tail, man, this thing is cool. could be wrong, but I think the highest one is a little bit bigger than the SH Monster Arts, just by a little. The Monster Arts one. So what I heard on online or read online, I could be wrong, but this one's more accurate to the movie, as the SH one is more accurate to the. Because before they actually start filming, they have like sketches of art to compare it. That's how it's gonna be. But in the final stages of filming, they do change it up, fix it up, tune it up, just do little tunes. So that's why a lot of people are saying if you have the SH Figure Art one, it's a little different compared to this one, because this one is supposed to be more movie accurate compared to the SH Monster Arts. I don't know if SH Monster Arts are ever going to come out with an updated version. They probably will. But man, Hiya Toys is just keep getting better and better, and I hope they continue. It'll be cool they extend their line to, like, let's just say Ultraman, do some of the kaijus, do the Ultraman, or but yeah, this thing is sick. I hope they do a Monster Godzilla -1. Man, it'll probably look really cool. But yeah. That's it. That's pretty much it. So let's talk about the good and the bad and how much and where I got it. Negativity. Again, this is just my opinion. You can take it as a grain of salt. It just depends on you. But I really do not have any negativity about this figure. Again, I was hesitating to get it because I have seen videos about it, and it doesn't, as much as you can footage, even you have like a really nice quality camera, it doesn't compare to when you actually see it with your own two eyes. And this figure is gorgeous. This kaiju figure is beautiful. Such an amazing sculpt, such an amazing paint. It's just the camera cannot capture it, okay? I'm just telling you now, the camera cannot capture it. I'm seeing it right now behind the footage right here, and and then I'm actually seeing it with the light on. I'm like, wow, this thing looks beautiful. I'm gonna definitely have him display with my other just kaiju or just monster related stuff when it comes to Godzilla and other stuff. But yeah, I really don't have any negativity about it. Positivity, again, this thing when it comes to the paint, the scope, the articulation, it's just a whole nother level. Hiya's Toys really went all out with this. So the second one's gonna be, I think the difference is the paint's gonna be a little bit different, but I think his horns are gonna be clear. And I actually appreciate this because it's like there's like at least 3 to 4 different kind of paints on this. They use like a metallic kind of purplish, bluish, 2 different colors, and then they add like a gloss to give it effect. So when the light's hitting it, it gives it kind of like a greenish bluish effect gloss, and it just looks sick. Yeah, but I get it. Sometimes people like preferring that crystallized kind of plastic see-through, but I really appreciate this one, so I'm happy I got this. So how much and where I got this? So mine is pre-owned. Hiya Toys are not selling this. I don't know, they should re-release it. I think they should, for people who have missed out, but there are third sellers and are selling it for about 100 and up. I think he retailed for about about 60 or 79, if I'm not mistaken, about 80 altogether, because he was technically a more deluxe, bigger tour figure compared to the Godzilla figures. He does not come with accessories. That's the only bummer. I wish he came with the like a ice effect. You know, I think maybe they're gonna fix that with the second one. I could be wrong, but it'll be cool if. But that's something I think you really want to do. You can do it yourself with a hard resin material, or you can use the UV light ones, the one that they get hard really fast with the UV light. You can do like an effect of that, of the frozen kind of like ice effect. But this thing is cool. I got mine pre-owned, inbox, good condition. The seller, I got it through Mercari, and I got it through a seller who really didn't mess with it. He didn't play with it. He just had a display. And the box itself was good condition. It came in the original plastic wrap. I think about $70 plus tax. Not much when it came to shipping. Altogether, I paid like $78, and that's a good deal. That's a heck of a bargain. And I'm happy I have him. I'm definitely gonna have him display. He's so big. I'm gonna have to rearrange my figures for the Godzilla line. He's just a really big figure. So if you can get him for a good deal, or you can get him for at least a decent price, I say get him. Again, the best way to if there's any events that have this display, you should definitely go and check it out, because he is just, this figure is just like a whole nother level. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Lemonade KRGNN signing out. Like I will say, anywhere that helped the channel out, put a thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment, and it will help the channel out. And adios. Keep on collecting. Bye.